Right before we jump into this week's AdoramaPIX Rapid Fire Critique, I want to let you know if you haven't signed up for the FroKnowsPhoto email list, you can do so by looking for this orange box, put your name, email address in here, and I will send you a free guide to capturing motion in low-light situations. So here we go. Let's get into this critique. We've got Matt Ladavia's photos. So here we have a nice blown-out focus in the background. Nice bokeh, shot at 200 millimeters, I believe it says down here. 200 millimeters, 320 ISO, f5, 1/100th of a second, using the Nikon D50-100. Now, I like the image. I like what's going on, but the only thing that throws me off is this flare right here. The composition looks good. Maybe skew it a little more to the left so that it's even on the right-hand side and the left-hand side, so there's not so much dead space. That's what I would like to see, but if there was less of this flare, I think I would like the image more. But the background, the blowing out of the focus is very nice. Nice job right there. So moving on to the next one, we have a watch. Now, remember what I've said. I said this recently. When you look at watch photography, like this, 10 and 2. 10 and 2 is usually where the hands are, because that is encompassing the name of the watch. In this case, it's a swatch. So you have 10 over here, you have 2 over here, and that's where the arms tend to go. Just go and look at any advertisement. That is where you will see the clock hands. But the black and white looks good. Recommendation is use the actual black and white. If you're converting it in Lightroom, click black and white. Don't just take all of this vibrance and saturation out. You may end up with something like this, or you may just have added a little bit of split toning. In this case, it's a little bit of a green split tone that I personally don't like that much. I want to see more of the black and white. I don't mind split tonings, but I don't like the green as much. That's just my opinion. Background looks fine. Obviously, we have a lot of dead, blown out space here, but the focus is meant to be on this watch. So it's not bad at all. What were we shot at here? More info. 1/6 of a second. Holy crap. At f7.1, ISO 1/25th at 260 millimeters. Has to be a flash at something like that. That's just so slow. 1/6 of a second at 7.1. Very interesting settings on that. Either that or it's done in auto. So we've got this table outside. We got to go back from the fire. We've got this table outside. I like the composition. It gives some interest to something that really isn't that interesting in the first place. So it looks pretty good. Like the color. This time I don't mind the split tone because it's more of an outside segment. Additional info. 1/200th of a second, 5.6, ISO 640, 300 millimeters. That's how we're getting a lot of this blown out nature. I don't know why it doesn't tell us what lenses anymore. Maybe if I click this. Does this take me anywhere? This does take me somewhere. I'm still figuring out the new flicker. Yeah, I know it's a 300 millimeter, but I'm venturing to say I bet it is the 70 to 300 if I was to have to guess. Can I find it, anybody? In a timely fashion, 55 to 300. All right, not the 70 to 300, 55 to 300. And I can tell you why I kind of thought that it was one of those lenses. If this would come back, empty chairs, please load. Because of the way that the bokeh, as it's come on, thank you. Because the bokeh area back here isn't as clean and smooth as you would see on some of the higher end lenses. But this is not bad at all. I like seeing it compressed at 300. Very nice job there. Moving on, we've got this fire picture. I love how slow this is going. Why are we going so slow? Fire! No. This photo, I mean, I shouldn't just say no, Let me explain why. I don't like this photo very much. It's not very interesting. If I saw the whole fireplace, if I saw some kind of scene going on, if this is just background, then maybe yes. But other than that, I don't find this to be a strong image at all, to be pretty much in the critique. I just don't like it. This, on the other hand, is very nice. Looks like we have the focus right here on the eye that's furthest away. One of those little techniques that people do is they try to focus on the eye that's closer, because this one is more of the one that my eye is drawn to, and if this was more in focus, it would kind of give me a warmer and fuzzier feeling about the image. But other than that, I think it is very nice. I like the color. I like the processing. 1/80th of a second, f1.8. Wow, so 35.18. Wow. To be able to get that tack sharp on that is not easy at all. So very nice job getting this at 1.8. Not easy. Tack right on. Very nice job. Nice photo. Moving on to the next one. The earbuds, I love the color. I love the light that's coming in off of them. It just feels good. Nice composition. Again, a lot of dead space over here compared to the space over here. I don't know if that's a personal preference of mine, the more center it so that it's even left to right. But I love this extra horizon line back here. Nice change of tone, because if it was just this white tone, it wouldn't look so good. But this is very nice. Nice job right there. Like the color, like all the winding of the cord, and I like the shadows on it. Nice job on that one. Yeah, it doesn't do much for me out here. Maybe the one saving grace of this could be black and white, but black and white may also make it boring. So really not much to this image. I guess it's called Hidden in the Woods. It doesn't have much interest because there's not much of a story around it. If there was a story around it, maybe it would make a little bit more sense, but in this case, it doesn't make much sense to me, so that's why I'm moving on from it right here. Same thing. I mean, yeah, I guess it's food, but there needs to be a little bit more light. We need to brighten it up to make it more appeasing or appetizing, so we would want to do this. So just blowing out the background is fine, but maybe we want to see this other dish that's right here. The exposure looks to be a little off. The settings are 1/250th of a second at 2.8, ISO 1600. So you can drop the shutter speed in this situation, which would brighten this up. If you went to say 1/60th of a second, doing the same thing at 2.8, it would give you a much brighter feel, and that would give it a more appetizing look. Speaker, I can absolutely do without the speaker right here. It's not very interesting. And again, I'm not being harsh to just be harsh. This is a critique, and I'm just pointing out the things that come to mind when I see it. Like the image of the child, that's a fantastic shot. The image of the earbuds is great. The image of the chess pieces is okay. It's not far off. These are just little things. But an image like this really, unless it's in context of a story, doesn't have much of a place. It's just a snapshot in this case. At least that's how I feel about it. And then the same thing here. This is called Wavy Shirt. Yeah, Wavy Shirt. The exposure's fine. I see what you're going for. Maybe focus in here on the tag, and then the wavy shirt nature of it could work more, because it could maybe be an advertisement type shot. But in most cases, it's not really doing much for me. So you're not far off. Matt, you're not far off at all. Your compositions are close. Your colors and your tones, there's a nice feel to it, and it seems to be your style. Some of the images are there. In this case, I like 3 or 4 of them, and a handful that weren't, like the fire, the woods one. I don't have enough context to it. This one is a little off. But you're close. I like what you're doing. I get a feel for your style is to try to show the more the subtleties of a scene, more of the macro type shot, or zooming in on things at 300 to give you that nice blown out background, but isolate the subject. So I think you're doing a good job there. Don't take this as negativity. Don't take the harshness as anything other than corrective criticism. Just go with it, grow with it, and keep shooting. And that is the AdoramaPIX Rapid Fire Critique for this week. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. Have you subscribed here on YouTube yet? Well, you can do so simply by clicking subscribe inside this red box. Then go over to manage subscriptions, give that a click, and click right next to my name, as well as email me about new uploads. You will receive an email every time I upload a new video. Thank you very much.